Listen up, you weaklings chasing feelings like a dog after its tail. Hook, picture this. You're fired up from some viral video, veins pumping, ready to conquer the world. But 48 hours later, you're back on the couch, scrolling TikTok, dreaming instead of doing. That's the scam they sell you motivation. It's a fleeting high, a sugar rush that crashes hard. Top G's like me don't wait for motivation. We build empires on discipline, on grinding when the fire dies. Motivation alone never works because it's a liar, a temporary spark in a world that demands unbreakable steel. You think billionaires wake up motivated every day? Wrong! Elon Musk isn't dancing to pump up music before launching rockets. He's forcing his ass out of bed at 4 a.m., executing when his body screams no. Hook motivation is for amateurs. Real kings treat life like war. Strategy over emotion, action over hype. I've built fortunes escaping the matrix, dodging bullets in war zones, and stacking millions while you whine about not feeling it. Motivation fades with your hangover or bad breakup, but discipline, that's the chain that drags you to victory. Without it, you're just another slave to whims, broken bitter at 40. Here's the brutal truth: motivation tricks you into starting, but only ruthless habits finish the race. Hook, imagine your dream life. Private jets, supercars, respect pouring in. Now ask, are you the guy who quits when the gym hurts or the one who benches 300 pounds through the pain? I wake up every day not because I feel like it, but because I command my body like a soldier. You want success? Ditch the fairy tales. Track your reps, your calls, your wins, no excuses. Motivation is the cheap hook that reels in suckers. Discipline is the blade that carves legends. Motivation is a scam, a glittering illusion peddled by influencers and gurus who profit from your temporary highs while you spiral back into mediocrity. Imagine waking up at dawn, heart pounding from that epic speech you watched last night, veins surging with unbreakable resolve. You hit the gym, smash your to-do list, and vow this is the day you transform. But fast forward just 48 hours, the adrenaline evaporates, your bed calls like a siren, and suddenly you're glued to your phone, rationalizing why today isn't the day. That's the cruel trap of motivation. It's not your ally, it's a predator dressed as a friend, luring you in with euphoria only to abandon you in the dust. Think about the science behind it, the raw biology that exposes this fraud. Dopamine floods your brain during those peak moments, creating a false god of inspiration. Neuroscientists call it the reward pathway, hijacked by every pump-up playlist and viral clip. But dopamine is fickle. It spikes and plummets like a bad stock trade, leaving you depleted and doubting. I've seen it in the ring, in boardrooms, on the streets of war-torn cities. Men who charge forward on a wave of emotion crumble when the tide recedes. They start marathons but quit at mile 5, launch businesses but fold at the first rejection. Motivation whispers sweet nothings, but it never shows up for the long haul. Now contrast that with the elite, the 1% who don't beg for feelings, they command them. Discipline isn't sexy, it's the silent forge where champions are hammered into shape. It's showing up when your muscles scream mutiny, when rejection stings like acid, when the world laughs at your audacity. I built my life on this truth: escaping the matrix isn't about waiting for a mood swing. It's about forging chains of habit that no emotion can break. Picture a Navy SEAL in hellish training, not motivated by glory, but driven by the unyielding protocol of one foot in front of the other. That's you at your potential, not the yo slave dancing to dopamine's tune. Here's a spark to light your fire. Recall the last time motivation betrayed you. That diet you crushed for 3 days before raiding the fridge at midnight. The side hustle you hyped to friends only to ghost it after week 1. It's not failure of will. It's the scam's design. Motivation preys on the undisciplined, turning potential into procrastination. But flip the script. What if you treated every dawn as a battlefield, not a feeling check? Stack small wins into unbreakable momentum. Miss a workout? Double down tomorrow. Deal rejected. Pitch twice as hard. This is the professional edge, the quiet ferocity that separates rulers from the ruled. Engage deeper, audit your life right now. How many motivated starts have ended in ghosts? That book half read, skill half learned, fortune half chased. The scam thrives because society glorifies the spark, not the sustained blaze. Break free by ritualizing action. Set alarms that blare like battle horns. Track progress in ironclad logs. Surround yourself with warriors who demand accountability. I've mentored men from rags to riches, And every breakthrough came not from a hype session, but from despising the comfort motivation breeds. It's engaging because it's real, raw evolution demanding you evolve beyond chemical crutches. Push further, envision the man you become when motivation's grip loosens. Unstoppable, a force that bends reality. Not because you feel it, but because you've wired discipline into your DNA. The 48-hour crash, laughable relic. Replace it with 48-day streaks, then lifetimes of dominance. This isn't theory, it's the blueprint I live. Millions stacked, enemies crushed. Legacy etched in stone. Your turn, identify the lie today, sever it, and step into the arena where true power resides. The rush of fleeting highs pales against the empire discipline builds, brick by relentless brick. Embrace the grind, it's your ticket out of average. Billionaires like Elon Musk don't wake up motivated every day. They execute at 4 a.m., turning raw discipline into rocket launches and world-altering innovations. Picture the CEO of $1 trillion empire not lounging in silk sheets waiting for inspiration to strike, but rising in the pre-dawn silence, mind sharpened like a blade, body propelled by sheer command. This isn't myth. It's the unvarnished reality of peak performers who view motivation as a luxury for the weak. Elon logs 100-hour weeks not because a pep talk fires him up, but because he enforces a system that mocks excuses. His biography reveals nights blurring into days, decisions forged in fatigue, proving that true mastery demands action decoupled from emotion. Delve into the mechanics. High achievers operate on protocols, not pulses. Neuroscience backs this. Consistent execution rewires the prefrontal cortex for sustained focus, bypassing the emotional roller coaster of dopamine dips. Motivation might ignite the engine, but discipline keeps the pistons firing through storms. I've negotiated deals worth fortunes at dawn. Body aching from yesterday's battles, not because I felt invincible, but because quitting equates to surrender. Elon tweets about sleep as a necessary evil, then prototypes Neuralink interfaces while others snooze. This professional rigor, rising before the sun claims the sky, compounds into a symmetry while you deliberate feelings, they dominate markets. Ignite your imagination and vision slipping from covers at 4 a.m., world still cloaked in darkness, claiming hours others waste. The air crisp, mind unpolluted by noise, productivity surges threefold. Studies from Stanford confirm early risers outperform their circadian rhythms tuned for peak cognition. But it's not ease, it's war. Elon's SpaceX failures. He dissects them at ungodly hours, iterating while competitors brunch. Engaging truth motivation evaporates under pressure, execution thrives. Recall SpaceX's early explosions, not halted by doubt, but accelerated by relentless dawn drills. You too, hold this power program your rise like a machine, stacking advantages before breakfast. Professionalism elevates this treat your day as a boardroom briefing. 4 a.m. audit, priorities laser, focused, distractions exiled, no scrolling feeds for validation. Instead, deep work that carves moats around your goals. I've built networks of titans this way. Phone calls at sunrise, sealing partnerships motivation alone couldn't touch. Elon colonizes Mars not on whims, but on engineered habits like cryo, sleep hacks, nootropic stacks, unyielding schedules. Mirror it, craft your 4 a.m. ritual, meditation for clarity, journaling for strategy, movement to awaken the beast within. The engagement, transformative, energy multiplies, confidence solidifies, results cascade. Push the boundary. What separates you from legends? Not talent, but this execution ethos. Motivation fools you into sporadic sprints. 4 a.m. discipline builds marathons. Track Elon's output, Tesla revolutions, Twitter overhauls, boring company tunnels, all birthed in those stolen hours. Apply it tomorrow, alarm at 4, no negotiations. Brew discipline like black coffee, bitter start, legendary finish. I've escaped poverty's grip this way, turning 4 a.m. voids into value explosions. Your empire awaits in that silence. Seize it before the sun exposes the lazy. Amplify the stake. Peers still slumbering. You're lapping them already. Professional networks activate early. Deals close before traffic peaks. Engaging hook. Feel the quiet power. The edge sharpening as light breaks. Elon doesn't chase motivation, he manufactures momentum through motion. Internalizing body resists first, then adapts, forging unbreakable resolve. From garage tinkerer to global disruptor, his path screams one truth: execute at 4 a.m. or forever admire from afar. This is your blueprint. Rise, command, conquer. The dawn belongs to doers. Claim it and watch mediocrity shatter. Discipline is your unbreakable chain to victory. The forged steel that binds fleeting intentions into lasting triumphs, while motivation scatters like smoke in the wind. Envision it as an ancient anchor, dragging your ship through tempest when sails go limp, unyielding, forged in the fires of repetition, securing empires against the chaos of emotion. This isn't abstract philosophy. It's the operational core of every legend, from ancient warriors to modern moguls who chain themselves to routines that outlast whims. Motivation teases with bursts of brilliance, but discipline ensures the marathon finish, turning novices into dominions through consistent, merciless application. Examine the architecture psychology's habit loop. Cue, routine, reward, hardwires discipline into neural superhighways, diminishing reliance on motivational mirages. Charles Duhigg's research illuminates how Navy SEALs endure hell week not through hype, but chained to protocols that scream, "Oh, and more rep." I've chained myself similarly: daily revenue targets, physical regimens, skill drills, watching motivation flicker while chains pull me forward. Victory isn't a feeling, it's the inevitable byproduct of links added daily, compounding like interest in a vault. Professional minds grasp this. Without chains, potential rusts. With them, obstacles become mere friction. Spark engagement. Recall a goal derailed by a bad day. The workout skipped, the pitch postponed. Now reframe. Those chains would have yanked you through, transforming setback into setup. Discipline's power lies in automation: mornings scripted for output, evenings audited for adherence. Tools amplify, apps tracking streaks, accountability partners wielding the whip. Picture Buffett chained to 80 reading hours weekly, amassing billions, or Rowling chained to cafe tables, birthing Harry Potter amid rejection storms. Their victories chained excuses to oblivion, victory inevitable. Elevate professionally, design your chains with precision. Start micro, 5-minute meditations escalating to hour-long strategies. Link fitness to focus deadlifts, forging mental fortitude. I've mentored executives chaining negotiation drills, watching revenue skyrocket as motivation's absence proved irrelevant. The engagement surges here. Chains liberate, freeing mental bandwidth from decision fatigue for creative conquests. Dopamine. Earned post-execution, not begged pre-start. Chains whisper progress amid pain, building resilience that motivation's fragility can't match. Deepen the pull. Audit your chains today. Weak links. Forge stronger. Public commitments, financial stakes, visual progress maps. Engaging reality chains feel oppressive first, then empowering like weights lifting heavier over time. I've dragged fortunes from voids this way. Properties acquired, teams assembled, each link a testament to discipline's drag. Contrast the unchained talented but adrift, watching chained victors lap them eternally. Intensify victories. Chain gleams brightest in adversity. Market crash, chain doubles down on buys. Injury, chain adapts to rehab. This unbreakable tether turns victims into victors, pros into phenomena. Professional polish. Quantify, daily metrics chained to weekly reviews, ensuring trajectory arcs upward. The allure. Sustainable supremacy. Chains convert ordinary resolve into extraordinary results. Motivation a forgotten footnote. Forge yours now. Feel the tug toward triumph. Link by unrelenting link. Amateurs start strong on motivation's high, charging like thoroughbreds out the gate. But kings finish through the grind, crossing finish lines littered with the bones of the impulsive. Visualize the scene. Masses erupt from starting blocks, fueled by adrenaline and applause, only to falter miles in, gasping as victors stride past with mechanical precision. This divide defines destinies. Amateurs dazzle briefly, kings endure eternally, their finishes etched in gold while starters fade to footnotes. Professional success hinges here. Initiation captivates crowds, but completion crowns legacies, demanding a mindset that views marathons as mandatory. Unpack the dynamics. Sports psychology reveals the finisher's high, activated not by starts, but sustained efforts rewiring perseverance pathways. Olympians like Usain Bolt train anonymously for years. Starts mere formalities to inevitable goals. I've pitched ventures post-rejections, grinding negotiations while amateurs bail at no. Track it, log every pursuit. Gym sessions, client calls. Skill builds, noting drop-off points. Amateurs spike at 20%. Kings hit 100%. Their grind a symphony of track tenacity. Engaging metric finish rates correlate directly with net worth. Starters speculate, finishers accumulate. Ignite visualization, replay your last abandoned project. The course half done, business idea shelved. Now insert the king's grind, daily micro, advances, weekly milestones, quarterly triumphs. Tools professionalize this: project management apps chaining tasks, progress dashboards fueling dopamine through completion, recall jobs unveiling iPhones, years of grind behind the glamour, amateurs applauding while he owned the decade. Your arena awaits transform starts into finishes by auditing energy leaks. Distractions deleted. Recovery optimized. Professional elevation adopt the finisher's framework. Segment goals into sprints within marathons. Daily executions audited ruthlessly. Accountability elevates. Mastermind groups dissecting weekly grinds, stakes like penalty clauses for quits. I've closed multi-million deals this way, endless revisions, client pushback navigated till ink dries. The engagement, electric, each finish floods fulfillment, compounding confidence into conquest. Amateurs envy the spotlight, kings claim the spoils through shadows of sweat. Deepen stakes. Quantify your ratio, starts versus finishes. Lao. Recalibrate cap new pursuits until currents complete. Engaging truth grind reveals character. Starts showcase charm, finishes forge character. Buffett's letters. Decades of grinding insights amid market mayhem. Mirror at tomorrow's task, grind to green. Chains of completion build moats. Competitors start, you sustain, dominating domains. Amplify resolve finishes compound exponentially. One book finished births libraries of knowledge. One deal closed unlocks networks. Professional polish, post-grind rituals, reviews extracting lessons, celebrations minimal to sustain hunger. The pull intensifies, feel the throne nearing with every milestone crushed. Amateurs ignite sparks, kings stoke infernos, their grinds glowing eternal. Step into the arena, start if you must, but grind like a king to wear the crown. Dream big but act ruthless. No fairy tales allowed in the arena of real achievement, where visions without vicious execution dissolve into delusions. Envision scaling peaks of private jets and boardroom thrones, not through whimsical wishes, but brutal blueprints that bleed effort daily. This professional polarity, grand aspirations fused with merciless mechanics, separates daydreamers from dynasty builders, turning lofty blueprints into lived luxuries. Fairy tales seduce with ease, ruthless action demands the blade slicing through illusions to carve concrete empires. Dissect the fusion, cognitive science underscores, implementation intentions, bridging dreams to deeds via if-then protocols, big vision, ruthless vectors. Visionaries like Bezos dreamed e-commerce dominance, then ruthlessly executed warehouse wars, customer obsessions, ignoring naysayers. I've sketched fortunes on napkins, then hunted them with predatory precision. Deals dissected, risks eviscerated. Track dual metrics, dream audits quarterly, action logs daily. Engaging calculus, big dreams, inflate purpose, ruthless acts deliver payload. Spark the scene, audit your vision, supercar garage, influence empire. Now overlay ruthlessness, timelines tyrannical, metrics merciless. Tools sharpen vision boards beside KPI dashboards, apps alerting deviations. Recall Oprah's ascent, dreamed media mastery, acted ruthlessly through rejections, building O2N from Oprah's gut. Your blueprint, dream audaciously, execute like an assassin. Distractions decapitated, comforts curtailed. Professional refinement, structure ruthlessly. Weekly war rooms, dreams declared, actions assigned with penalties. Delegate dreams. No, ruthless owners micromanage milestones. I've scaled teams this way, vision shared, execution enforced via scorecards. Engagement peaks, ruthless pursuit electrifies, dreams materializing tangible. First client win mirroring jet visions. Fairy tales promise princes, ruthless reality crowns kings through conquest. Heighten the hunt, quantify dream, action gap. Vast, ruthless recalibration, cut non-essentials, amplify levers. Engaging dynamic, big dreams fuel fire, ruthless acts fan flames into forges. Branson's Virgin Galaxy, dream space tourism, ruthlessly iterated Virgin Galactic amid crashes. Emulate tomorrow's dream session, ruthless roadmap drafted. Bleed for it, sweat equity trumps silver spoons. Intensify fusion. Ruthless action tests dream authenticity. Fleeting fancies fold under fire. True visions thrive. Professional edges scenario planning. Dreams stress tested. Ruthless contingencies crafted. The magnetism dreams inspire masses. Ruthless execution immortalizes you. Feel visions vivify through vigorous deeds. Fairy tale fog lifting to reveal fortunes. Dream expansively. Act with exterminating precision. Your empire engineered, no excuses endured. Kill the motivation myth today. Pick one unbreakable habit and execute it like your life depends on it, because in the grand ledger of legacy, it absolutely does. Imagine auditing your arsenal right now, discarding the dopamine dependency for a single, ironclad ritual that snowballs into supremacy. Morning journal, cold plunge, prospecting call, whatever ignites your ascent. This isn't incremental tweak, it's surgical strike. Exterminating the myth that sustains mediocrity while birthing unbreakable momentum. Professional transformers know one habit. ruthlessly embedded, cascades into compound dominance. Myths murdered in the process. Decode the deployment habit science via James Clear's atomic principles. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. Transforms one link into liberating chains. CL's pick, embrace the suck. Daily, you select your spearhead, stacking wins autonomously. I've ignited empires with one dawn revenue rituals, birthing billions from barren starts. Track inception day, one execution log, streaks sanctified. Engaging inception that first win whispers, possible, myth silenced, swiftly visualize the verdict. Scan your slate, procrastinated pursuits pile high. Isolate one fitness forge or finance funnel. Deploy now. Q-calibrated, environment engineered. Apps automate, habitica gamifies. Streaks and forces. Recall Jocko Willink's 4:30 a.m. discipline post. Command. Myth slaying routine reshaping regimes. Your ritual launch laser. Focused life dependence declared. Professional protocol. Habit selection strategic. High leverage, low friction. Audit ROI, which amplifies income, vitality, influence. Implement tried, trigger tracker, tribe for amplification. Mentored alphas execute, one outreach habit, networks exploding exponentially. Engagement as habit adherence architects autonomy, motivations myth marginalized. Feel freedom dawn as execution eclipses emotion. Escalate enforcement stakes sky high, public pledges monetary minds. Day falters, double dose tomorrow. Engaging evolution habit hardens, hurdles humorous. Edison's 10,000 filament fails. One persistence habit propelled patents. Mirror today's pick, tomorrow's titan. Execute amid excuses, life's ledger tallies tenacity. Amplify aftermath, one habit's hallow. Energy elevates, decisions distill, dreams demystify. Professional pinnacles scale singular to symphony. Master one, layer legions. The thrust. Myth mortality births mastery, your life, line launches legend. Deploy decisively. Habit hond, horizon hastened. Execution eternalizes excellence, dependence demolished. So stand the hell up. Closing hook today, kill the motivation myth. Pick one unbreakable habit, execute it like your life depends on it, because it does. Become the man who doesn't need feelings to dominate. What the fuck are you waiting for? Go! The world bows to doors, not dreamers. Escape the matrix now.